Hello, Entertainment here. My name is Daniel, welcoming you to another team builder. This time we are preparing to take on Ant-Man, a good friend of mine, and his Memphis Mamoswine. So there has been a little addition to this team builder from the ever-diligent Kraken Nation, who I am forever entitled, or forever grateful to. You can see there's a lot more numbers now. And basically this lets me quickly look at all the speed stats for all the Pokemon given. They're labeled pretty clearly. I don't think I need to walk through all of them, but basically this just helps me see what kind of speed stats I need to reach if going against the other team. And it's just easier than doing it in Showdown and needing to count out the EVs. It'll just do it automatically. So an amazing feature. Thank you very much, Kraken Nation. It is very appreciated. So this is going to be the first game we prepare for using this feature, and we'll see if it works out for us. So his team consists of Mega Slowbro, Heatran, Staraptor, Blissey, Haxorus, Golbat, Cinccino or Cincino, I don't know, Qwilfish, Cradily, Swellow, Lapras, and Haunter. A recent change to this draft actually used to be he had an Aurorus here, but he switched it for a Haunter. Because if you go ahead and look at this team and you ignore everything but, or you ignore Slowbro, if you look at everything to the right of Slowbro, you'll notice they all die to Terrakion. Close combat, Stone Edge, close combat, close combat, Stone Edge, close combat, Zen Headbutt, close combat, Stone Edge, close combat, or Zen Headbutt, Zen Headbutt. When Aurorus was here, obviously I think we got obliterated by close combat, but now it's a Haunter, and this switch to his draft basically tells me that he is petrified about Terrakion, because he's resorting to drafting, or switching his Aurorus for a very unbulky Ghost type. He wants a Ghost type so bad that he resorted to Haunter. So he is going to be very, very prepared for Terrakion, because he has to be. If he's not, he's going to lose to this thing. So yeah, that's the main thing. The other thing is that he has a lot of birds and he has no Volt Switch blocker. So, and I have 3 electric types. So if I thought team matchup earlier in the season, you guys know when I was going against Zwoops, I thought I had the best team matchup I've ever seen. This by far rivals that. I have no idea how he's going to beat me. He has to do something crazy. The only ways I can think of right now, or I could think of when I was making this team, is DDing really greedily with Haxorus, or getting some kind of crazy banded Cinccino sweep off, because this thing is actually really fast. This thing outspeeds most of my team. So unless he can do one of those things, I really don't know what he's going to do. I guess the third thing would be stalling out my whole team with the combination of Blissey and Slowbro. But aside from that, aside from those 3 things, I don't know how he's going to win this game. So basically, I prepared in the best way I could for those 3 things, and then just threw Terrakion and a bunch of electric types on a team. So we will quickly look down at his resistances. As you can see, basically what I just said is echoed in the weaknesses and resistances here. He has 6 electric weaknesses and only 2 resists, and neither of those are a ground type. He has 5 ice weaknesses, but we can't really take advantage of that. He has 5 fighting weaknesses and 4 resistances. He also has no dark resist, which could come in handy since I do plan to bring Greninja. And then finally, he has 4 rock weaknesses and no resists. So this could get out of hand very quickly. These 2 numbers here, these 2 numbers here just perfectly set up Terrakion. Terrakion could not hope for anything better. So we're obviously bringing Terrakion, and with that we will look over at the actual team. So like I said, we're going to be bringing Terrakion with Rock Polish, Close Combat, Stone Edge, and Zen Headbutt. I used to have Earthquake, and then he introduced the Haunter, and I realized that Zen Headbutt is actually better anyways, because although Earthquake would still hit the Qwilfish. Alright, never mind. Earthquake would have been better, but Zen Headbutt hits both the Qwilfish and the Haunter, and can hit, I guess it can hit the Golbat without needing to risk a Stone Edge if he brings the Golbat. So Zen Headbutt should do the trick for us, even though it is inaccurate. It is less inaccurate than Stone Edge. The desired speed is going to be 330 because of Adamant Cinccino, I believe, is... if he's Adamant max speed, he will hit 329, so I can sort of swoop in there. And then also, max speed Staraptor only hits 328, so I can actually pretty perfectly manage to outspeed both of these two big threats to Terrakion. And obviously, if he's Jolly Cinccino, there's no way I can outspeed that thing. But if he brings Adamant, and even if he's Jolly Staraptor, he would have to be Choice Staraptor in order to outspeed me. So, food for thought, we'll be outspeeding those two things and can maybe decide what items they are running if we do not outspeed them. Next we have Magnezone with modest specs, analytic. This thing is going to cleave holes in this team, hopefully. Initially I was running no speed. In fact, I was running negative speed, so I had a negative speed nature and 0 speed IVs, so that I could be as slow as possible and try to take complete advantage of analytic. However, Magnezone is really slow, and when he's that slow, when he's negative speed nature and 0 IVs, he's really slow. So he was like slower than Qwilfish, and I realized, okay, I don't think I really want that. So we're not going to be slower than Qwilfish. That would just suck, because we were lower than 85 speed, which is completely insane. We are going to be hoping for 160, which if we look, I forget exactly. Oh yeah, this is if Lapras wants to be cheeky and run like a little bit of speed, and I should be able to outspeed it. Also, this allows me to outspeed base speed Qwilfish. Or sorry, actually it does not outspeed min speed Qwilfish. Qwilfish is just too fast. Qwilfish is way too fast. Oh, Credilli, that's the thing. I was slower than Credilli, which is not great, because Credilli gets Earth Power, and I want to hit it with a Flash Cannon before it kills you with Earth Power. So if he does bring the Credilli, I do want to be faster than it. Next we have, this is going to be sort of the answer to Blissey, hopefully. It's my statuser in general. It will have Heal Bell in case he wants to try to Toxic my whole team. It will have Toxic itself in order to try to cripple the Blissey. Obviously, he has, it's not Healer, but Natural Cure, so he can just switch out and get it off of him, but that will at least make him switch out, and that's really all I need a stall Pokemon to do. If I can make it switch out, then Lantern has done its job. And then just Dual Stab. 170, I don't think I'm running speed for any reason. I don't fully remember. Yeah, I don't think the speed on Lantern is actually relevant at all. Next we have Greninja. This is Scarf Greninja, and as the set details say, this is purely for speed control. This is in case Haxorus gets out of hand. If he gets up to +1 speed, with this amount of desired speed, I will be faster with a Choice Scarf. So 484 is slightly faster than Scarf Haxorus right here. You can see that. Well, it wouldn't be Scarf, but if he's +1 Jolly, he's essentially Scarf to Jolly. So if I can outspeed him and kill him with an Ice Beam, obviously that would be great. If he's +2, then that's it's irrelevant. Greninja will get bodied, but it's just nice speed control, and it will outspeed Cinccino as well if he wants to try to do some shenanigans with Cinccino. So there's that. Not Scarf Cinccino, but because Scarf Cinccino is just a little crazy, but everything else lower than Scarf Cinccino should be within range. Next we have a Mantine. This is again supposed to answer things that set up, like Haxorus or Calm Mind Slowbro. He could try to win with Calm Mind Slowbro. Mantine should be able to shut that thing down. Not really expecting anything else to set up, I don't think. Does Credilli get Curse? I don't know. We could see something weird, and hopefully Mantine will be able to shut them all down with Haze. It is running Defog in case he brings Hazards, and then Scald and Air Slash. This thing is running speed. It's going to hit 207, and if we look up here, I can figure out why the heck that is. I think it's outspeed Qwilfish, yes, so min speed Qwilfish hits 207, and even though I can't really hit that thing hard, Air Slash I still want to get damage on it before it gets damage on me, so that's why I'm running just a little bit of speed. And honestly, I don't need all that bulk. I should be fine invested how I am and still be able to put some EVs in speed. And then finally, our momentum getter is going to be Thundurus with Volt Switch, Thunderbolt, Superpower, and a knockoff. This might be able to bait in Blissey and then either go for a knockoff or a superpower. Obviously, as an electric type, it poses a massive threat to his entire team. If I had an electric fighting type, like, this whole team would die. I guess those don't exist yet, do they? Is there an electric fighting type? I don't think so. Electivire should be, TBH, but like, this thing dies to electric fighting, neither. Electric fighting, like, it's insane. Electric fighting would destroy this entire team, so even though superpower isn't going to be stab and it's going to be lowering my attack, you know, it's the best I can do. So we are going to be running both of those moves because it just decimates this team, and knockoff is always nice. And then, like I said, Volt Switch is there for momentum to gain that switch initiative, so we will see what happens with that. Again, I am 330 along with Terrakion, so I can outspeed max speed Staraptor as well as Adamant max speed Cinccino. So anyways, that's the team. I hope it does well. Like I kept saying earlier, I don't know how he's going to beat me. I don't mean to say that arrogantly. It's just, if I was in his situation, I don't know how I would beat him if he had my draft, because it looks impossible. I don't know how he's going to do it. This is easily the most favorable team matchup I have ever had in my entire life. So I don't know, no disrespect to him. I'm sure he will surprise me, but it's not a question of skill. It's really just, I have no clue what he can do. I really don't. So hopefully we can get a win because that will put us in second place in the Pearl Division, and that is always nice. So anyways, that's going to do it. I don't want this to drag on forever, so thank you guys very much for watching. I hope you are excited for this match. It should be a fun one because you never know, Ant might get wildly intuitive and will end up like 6-0ing me with, I don't know, Swords Dance Golbat if it gets that. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. This has been Daniel and Entertainment.